So you've been playing a lot of different types of roles, doing voiceover work. How is that different than how you approach The Chosen?
Well, I'm not playing Jesus in any of those other roles, so, obviously playing Jesus requires a lot of deep thought and consideration given who he was and what he means to so many people around the world, including myself as a Christian. And I think there's a certain reverence that I have for the character. There's an endless supply of complexity with Jesus. I mean, he's the most difficult character I will ever play. I think any actor, he's the most difficult character just to play, just because of who he was. And so I don't take any of it lightly, and I strive to honor him in my portrayal.
Mm-hmm. And The Chosen's seen a big increase this year, and you even got to visit the Vatican and Pope Francis. How has that impacted you personally and in your faith walk?
Oh, that was pretty trippy. The last time I met him was 2 years ago, and it was my second time meeting him. Mm. The first time, I'm pretty certain he had no idea who I was, and then the second time he says, "Oh, Jesus." I'm like, only on television. So he's got a really good sense of humor. He's very funny, and he's charming, and he's a man after Christ's own heart. Mm.
And we kind of saw Jesus get a little more raw and emotional in the last season. Does that carry into the next season?
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, this season 5 will show the world colors and emotions of Jesus that nobody's really tried to capture on film before. Nobody's gone to the depths of the interpersonal relationships between Christ and the Pharisees, the authorities, the disciples. Nobody's explored this in the way that we're exploring it. And so as the human side of him, we're going to see things that we've never seen before. Mm. And I'm really proud of that, because it's I think, giving a much more complete and relatable portrait of who Jesus as the man could have been. Mm. Obviously, we don't know for certain, but everything that we're doing is always trying to stay in line with Bible and Scripture and tradition and what we know of our faith, and what feels true and authentic and just. So with that in mind, to get to see this emotional exploration is something that I think is just going to blow people's minds.
And we've seen an interesting kind of intertwining of technology with faith, especially with like the Hollow app and your strategic advisor for. How do you think that's going to impact faith audiences in the future, using technology to further their depth?
Well, I think apps like Hallow, you just allow people to have another connection point to God, another means of introducing an authentic relationship with Christ to people that might not necessarily be drawn to a church, maybe initially, but then we've received messages from people all over the world, very similar to The Chosen, that it's having that same kind of ministerial impact on people's lives that the show has had, and people are going back to church, people are discovering God, people are converting from atheism to Christianity and having a relationship and a fulfilling relationship. Lives are being changed, and it's incredible to watch. And I think technology, when used properly, can service humanity in a very positive way. And I think the more that I can get behind projects and products that do that counter the general darkness that usually comes with the improper use of technology, the better I feel about my contributions as an artist living in the digital world.
Mm. And what are some of the greatest challenges and rewards this season for you as an actor?
The challenges are getting to film the most iconic moments in Jesus' life and ministry, because they're so complex from an emotional standpoint, but they're also the reward is actually getting to do this in this time and in my life as a believer. It's the greatest honor of my life.
If you enjoy videos that follow your values like ours and you want to help us continue, go to movieguide.org/donate, because we're actually a nonprofit. You may not know that, but we're working in Hollywood every day to help families have more choices that follows their values. And also subscribe right now.